Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to your Fielder's Choice. Pete Cole, I am back, but it's not MLB today. We're here for some golf. I'm here with my man Wes, our golf expert at YFC. We're going to be talking about tomorrow morning's the Open Golf Championship. What's up, Wes? What's going on?
What's going on, Pete?
Nothing much. It's been a nice break without MLB for a few days. Getting ready to get back into it. Actually, tomorrow, I didn't realize there's actually a showdown tomorrow night, the Yankees and Red Sox. So we do have some baseball tomorrow, but we'll be back actually, for the main stuff Friday night. It's been a nice break, but it's been good. I was able to get a little bit of golf research done, and that's why we are here. I brought you on today to kind of pick your brain, get some of your picks for actually they tee off at 1:35 a.m. Eastern time. So we still have 4 or 5 hours to make lineups, but for all you golf fans though, it's pretty cool actually. You can stay up tonight and watch some golf, right?
Yep. Watch it, then go to work.
Yeah, there you go. That's true. But we're at this is the Open, and I'm just actually before we went on air, I was actually looking. So the Open was canceled last year because of COVID, and I didn't realize it's only been canceled. It's one of the world's oldest golf tournaments. It's only been canceled 3 times: World War I, World War II, and then 1871 when they didn't have a trophy. That's what I see. So I guess through thick and thin, they have a tournament, and they're back this year. And this actually, you may know more than me, but from what I know of St. George's, this is actually like a real links golf course. There's no flat spots anywhere. There's downward lies, upward lies. So I think it's gonna be a big mental game test for some of these guys. You're gonna kind of, even if you have perfect shots, some of these shots are gonna roll right into the rough. So it's hitting the right spot tonight, right?
Yeah, it's right on the coast. So and the wind changes directions like 3 times on the way to one hole. So the wind and weather plays a big part of this tournament, because some of these spots that you get in, it's impossible to get out. Just look at some of the bunkers that are on this course. It's like looking straight up at a mountain.
And I'm glad you actually just mentioned that weather. So I just pulled the weather up. I was trying to see what Kevin Roth from RG had anything to say, and he actually does. So for this morning or Thursday morning, they're talking about that actually may be the worst weather of the week. I don't see like any rain. They're talking about sustained winds north of 15 miles an hour, wind gusts pushing close to 30 miles an hour. So it's going to be some breezy conditions tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, it looks like it's going to get a little bit better. So the morning's going to be worse than the afternoon. The winds are still going to be there, but they're going to be a lot smaller, not anywhere as close like 30-mile-an-hour gusts like there is going to be tomorrow morning. So that pretty much looks like the main problem of the week. I don't see much rain. I see like a lot of wind coming up this weekend.
Yeah, it's like exact opposite of most U.S. courses. I mean, U.S. it's easier in the mornings and the wind picks up in the afternoons. And over there, it's really rough in the morning and then slows down in the afternoons.
And this is the first time they've been at Royal St. George since 2011. Right. And that's what let me see.
And the winner in 2011 for the final score was -5. So that tells you that there's not going to be very low scores in this tournament.
One thing I know, so if there isn't going to be a lot of rain, though, it may stay soft, so it may see some better scoring. But back then, so Darren Clark beat Phil Mickelson and Dustin Johnson by 3 strokes back in 2011. So that was last time it was there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So what we're gonna pretty much do, we're not gonna be here, all night. We're just gonna pretty much quickly just gonna go through our top plays. We're pretty much breaking it down by tiers. 9K and up will be kind of like our elite tier. And then we have 8K to 9K is our middle tier. 7,000, 7,9 is going to be our value. And then I would say or mid, and then our bottom below that is going to be like punt or value. So I'm going to DraftKings scoring, but we can actually have to throw in some FanDuel. I have FanDuel here in front of me also, but I'm going to kind of talk about DraftKings and kind of lean toward cash plays. And then as we get into it, we can throw out some of your favorite GBP plays also. So let's get right into it. So we're talking like 9K and above. Who is you got a core play? You got somebody that you have to play, like say in cash, somebody you think you need to play in all your lineups?
If my personal opinion, I think Louis Oosthuizen is a core play. I mean, he's not the top ownership, but he's up there. His last 3 tournaments, he's finished 2nd, 18th, and 2nd. The last 2 times at the Open, he's finished 20th and 28th. He's $9,300 and on DraftKings and 11,100 on FanDuel. He's been playing great this season. His shots gained are in all the spots that we need this weekend for him to be successful. His putting is real good. Tee to green is real good. And these are all stats that we need to have good this week for him to be successful. That Louis Oosthuizen is my lock.
That's actually a good call. That kind of like that $9,300 price tag in DK is pretty good. It's 11K on FanDuel. I see him at 25-1 odds. I'm not sure if these are the most recent odds, but yeah, nice choice. I mean, coming off a second place finish at US Open, tied for second at PGA. He's probably, if you look at these, if there's numbers, he's probably one of the safest bets up there for a cash play, I would say, right?
Right.
All right, nice call. My guy, and I guess it kind of sounds like I'm picking one of the most expensive guys, but I'm a Jon Rahm guy. To me, I think it all starts with him. He's one of my favorite golfers, even though Dustin Johnson, I think, is still ranked as number 1. I still think right now, to me, Rahm is one of the best in the world. I like him. I mean, won the Open, dominated last week. What was it, like 8th in the PGA Championship? But I think that I like his price. Spieth is probably one of the top overall plays, but I don't know. I like Rahm the best. And I don't think he's going to be that high owned. I think a lot of other people are going to be catching orange. What are you seeing for Rahm's ownership right now? Actually, do you have ownership in front of you?
Yeah, right now Rahm's across the industry, he's 1, 2, or 3 in top owned player.
Oh wow!
The reason that is last week he played in the Scottish Open, I believe it was, and finished. I think it was 2nd, or it was in the top 10. So he played well last week while he was over there in his warm up, and that has a lot of people looking at Rahm to be successful again at another major.
Yes, I think that price is kind of soft for him. So yeah, I guess he will be chalky, but to me, I'm going to play him. I'll find other places to differentiate. Rahm is my top play, definitely in that area. I have like 3 top plays. My second, and then we'll go see what your second was. My second is definitely Xander Schauffele. I think Schauffele is probably one of the safest cash plays on the board. I don't know if he's. I mean, his best finish was in the Open, but he's. I mean, I don't know. I think he's always going to be. He's the type of guy that's always going to be in there. He's going to be. What do you see of ownership for him? I think he's probably going to be popular, right? Maybe he's more of a GPP play, but
he's inside the top 10 or 12. He's right around 15% ownership, and yeah, his last tournament he finished 7th at the US Open, and his last 3 tries here at the British Open is he finished 41st, 2nd, and 20th. So yeah, he's a good safe play. He knows how to play the links course.
Yeah, I see that he's always been a great putter, and I see he actually switched his putter. He switched to an arm lock, I guess, in the Open, and he did shitty, and he actually moved back to what made him better in the Scottish Open. So, yeah, to me, Shifley is my second play in that range. Who else do you like?
I'm going to say Terrell Hatton. He's showing right around 15% ownership. His shots gained on approach is almost 3/4 of a shot. And that's one of the top stats for this course. He struggled at the U.S. Open, but before that, he had a second at the Arnold Palmer, 38th at the PGA Championship. The last time he was here at the British Open, he finished 6th. So Tyrell Hatton at 9K gives you, I mean, if you're not using Louis and you want to get 2 higher price guys, you could probably fit him and Rahm in the same lineup.
It's not a bad call either. I'm also gravitating toward Justin Thomas. What's Justin Thomas? Is 9.6 on DK.
Yeah.
His game is slowly starting to turn. I'm assuming his ownership may be down, but he hadn't been playing great. But one thing I noticed that actually his putting has been so much better. I guess he went back and then he went back and did some putting lessons actually. And now it was the last in the Scottish Open. He was ranked first in the Scottish Open around the green, and he was in the top 3 in putting. And putting's been one of Thomas's major problems. So if Thomas gets putting under control, I think it's setting real up for. I think Thomas is like a great leverage play off a guy like Jordan Spieth, probably gonna be like half owned like Spieth's gonna be, right?
Right. Yeah, and Spieth, it's hard not to mention him. At $9,700, he's looking like one of the most popular players this week. If Jordan can keep it close to the fairway, his shots gained are off the chart all the way through. He's had the best year he's had in 3 years. And 3 years ago, he won the Open. So he knows how to play these links courses. Jordan Spieth would be my 3rd top tier guy, but he's going to be the chalkiest.
Yeah, I think I was going to say he's probably going to be chalk straight. I mean, he's made 12 straight cuts now, including he won at the Valero, Texas, 7 top 10 finishes, 6 which happened to be in the top 5. And that time he also ranked 5th. To the green 7th, around the green, 1st in par 4 scoring, 10th in opportunities gained, all that. He probably one of the most popular players, especially as he won in Birkdale in 2017. Also tied for 9th in 2018, 20th 2019. So, and I think Spice's type of guy is when his short game's on, doing like his wedge and his putter, I think he could be good as anybody in this game. So if we know Spice is putting, he has just as good a chance as anybody to win this Open, right?
Right. I mean, he's won here before. He knows his way. Even last year or 2019, when he was playing really bad, he finished 20th in the British out here. So he knows what he's doing around these links courses.
You do a showdown article every day, right?
I probably will this week with KBO being on the shelf.
All right, yeah. Somebody just asked a question in chat about do y'all cover showdowns, and I thought you did. You pretty much do an article every day, right? Especially for this. So yeah, check us out. It's your Fearless Choice. That's true. I didn't even mention that. We got on. It's your fearlesschoice.com. We're one of the newer sites. $35 a month for 6 months. We cover every single sport. Small sports or niche sports like golf is our specialty. Beside baseball, which was our flagship, but we cover it all. I mean, WNBA, we cover golf. Like Wes just said, KBO, Korean baseball, soccer. Eric
Australian rules, football.
There you go, all the esports stuff, which Eric does. So, yeah, if you're new, check us out. And Wes does do a lot of showdown articles, especially over the weekend on golf. So, check it out. You should fearlesschoice.com. It's free to get on Discord. A lot of the rooms are free, the general rooms. And then become a premium member. Yes, tennis. Yes, we do. And we do have a tennis cheat sheet out. My boss here, Devin, does a cheat sheet. So yeah, if you want to join Discord, I'll see if somebody can throw a link up there. You can join Discord and we can take it from there. It's $35 a month for every single sport, everything included. So thank you. All right, so that's pretty much our top guys. We want to dropping down to $8,000, $800 range. I'm kind of into Patrick Cantlay. Well, he's 8,900. I mean, he's pretty much close to the higher range, but yeah, he won the Memorial. I mean, John Ram should have won. I mean, he was killing it. He had to withdraw, but you really can't hold that against Cantlay. But since October, he's racked up 6 straight top 20s. He did, have a little bit of a lull, missed a couple, 4 cuts in a row, but then he's had 4 straight top 25 finishes. So I like Cantlay at 8,900. I know we're kind of, he's still kind of pricey, but he's been playing so much better since that last slump. And if this short game is back, which it looks like it is, he could be right in the mix. Also, I'm seeing him at 35-1.
Yeah, I like that call. I'll put him in the article this week. I agree with you. He's been on quite the roll since those missed cuts, and that Rom withdrawal gave him a pretty easy victory. But my next play would be Matthew Fitzpatrick at 7,900. He's 9,900 on FanDuel. Yep. He's had a 10th place finish and a 55th before a miscut, and finished 20th here last year. His shots gained are mostly putting, and with these big greens, this seems like the course to line up pretty good with Matthew Fitzpatrick's game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like Fitzpatrick a lot too. I actually have him down in the next tier because he's under 8K, but Fitzpatrick may actually be maybe in my main lineup. He's like second in the Scottish Open.
Yep.
He hits fairways from everything I see. I mean, he's really strong short game, and I do like those. I don't think his odds went up. They were at 30-1, but yeah, nice call on Fitzpatrick. Patrick Reed's another one. He's also up there at 8-8. Reed's one of my favorite plays. Also, has he been doing great in majors this year? No, he hasn't really even come close to contending. But I mean, we know that the degree of difficulty on the greens is going to be high in this Open, and that's when you like a guy like Reed. He was top 10 at Puttrush in 2019, top 22 other times in the Open. He's also under 9K. So I think Reed's the type of guy where his game sets up well for him at this link style. If I had to make a choice between Cantlay or Reed, it'd probably be Patrick Cantlay, but I think they're pretty well neck to neck. What do you see for ownership between Cantlay and Reed? Are they very similar?
They're pretty close. Patrick Reed has gained a lot of momentum later on this week. He wasn't Monday and Tuesday. He wasn't nearly as far up the ownership charts as he is now. Him and Cantlay are really close, though.
I think they're both cash plays. The only other guy I'll probably look at is dropping down to 8K in this range, maybe a guy like a Tommy Fleetwood. I don't use Fleetwood much, but he's big on the European tour. I think 8K is probably cheap for Tommy Fleetwood. What's Fleetwood's odds here? I got him at 45-1. 26th the Scottish Open last week, 17th Irish Open week before. So I think he's a strong play. I think Fleetwood's in the mix. I said last 3 Opens, 27th, 12th, and 2nd. He's run up to Shane Lowry in 2019. So Tommy Fleetwood, I think, is a really good play along with that Fitzpatrick at 7-9. So I like you said, I like Fitzpatrick. I like Fleetwood. I like Patrick Reed and Cantlay and the kind of upper part of that tier. And more or less the guys in the middle, to me, are more like GPP plays, kind of like lower owned tournament plays.
Yeah, I would say like Tony Finau has played like crap the past few weeks after he had a pretty good run of 3 straight 32nd or better finishes. But the last 4 years at the British Open, he's finished 3rd, 9th, 27th, and 18th. And at $8,400, any of those finishes is a good finish.
And maybe this is what a guy like Finau needs, is kind of like a change to like this link style golf too. Maybe it's exactly what he needs. So, and I see he's ranked fifth in greens. So he's going to be low owned. I think Finau is actually a really good sneaky GDP play, actually. All right, so that's all I got between 8 and 8-9, and like kind of this mid range. Then we go down to this like value range 7 to 7-9. I mean, that's what, I mean, Fitzpatrick is 7-9, so I guess he kind of falls to this. Anybody else you really like in this range before I give you my top play?
There's two guys that are completely mispriced. You got Harris English at 7,300 and Daniel Berger at 7,400. These guys have been playing great golf as of late. Both of them have a couple top tens, and they're mispriced. Both of them have positive shot gain charts, and have been playing great. Both of these guys should be 8,500 or more. How they're super mispriced in two of my favorite values.
Yeah, where's that? I think Harris, to me, I also got mispriced in the 6K range down in the punts, but English is probably one of the. We didn't even mention Scotty Scheffler, 8,200. So I like Scheffler too in $8,000 range. But getting back to Harris English, I think English is probably, besides Sam Burns in that $6,000 range, I think English is probably the biggest misprice. I mean, he's won twice this season. He's playing unbelievable. He ranks 8th in best driver in terms of ball striking, and this guy's under 8K. And what do you see for ownership on him?
Harris, he's going to be one of the top owned golfers this week. Not as high as I would think, but he's right around the 16%. He's below Rahm and all those guys. I would think his ownership would be way more than what it is.
So do you see a guy like Harris English as a cash play?
I would lock Harris English in and move on. He would be one of my core plays.
So English is 7-3. I'm also looking at a guy like, even though I do believe English is mispriced, a guy like Daniel Berger at 7. What's Berger? 7.4.
Yeah.
I think Berger is just maybe to me as well, even better than English for point per dollar plays. I mean, in this field, he's ranked 7th. Tee to green over the last 24 rounds, ranks 4. He also, I mean, to me, he's been one of the most consistent golfers. He's made 15 of 17 cuts. He won Pebble Beach, 5 top 10s, 10 top 25s. I mean, he's got low ball flight, which is going to be an advantage in this wind. And yeah, I mean, top 10 tee to green in windy conditions. I think
him and Harris are completely underpriced for the way that they've been playing as of late. I completely agree with you there. I mean, having those two priced at there, you can have a John Rahm and a Schauffele. I mean, or you can have a John Rahm, Louis Oosthuizen, and who is at 8,900, Cantlay or Reed. I mean, having two guys that are playing this good at this price, it frees up so much money to have two of the higher priced guys.
And a guy like Berger, his odds now have dropped from 55 to 45 to 1. So if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna be putting some money on Daniel Berger at that 45 to 1 price.
2 weeks ago, he was like 70 to 1.
Yeah, so Berger's a play. Berger. So we got some in this 7K to 7.9K. We got Daniel Berger, we got Harris English, we got Matthew Fitzpatrick, all great plays. Brandon Grace at 7.2, I think is a I think that's kind of underpriced.
You got
Also,
Jaqueen Neiman at 7,700. He's been playing great this year, finished second 2 weeks ago. I mean, there's so many guys in this 7,900 to 7,000 range that you can pick from.
Ian Poulter. So, I mean, great short game on him. So he's also in play. So yeah, there's a lot of plays in this range where you can get those one or two of those pricey guys you want. We mentioned English. So yeah, this Patrick English, Dan, is it Berger, Braden Grace, Ian Poulter, all these guys are great plays. And I think you can probably run most of these guys in your cash lineups in this price. Did we mention Abraham Answer? Abraham Answer is another one, right?
Yeah, that's another good play. I mean,
Did he mention him? And he's coming in great form right now.
Yeah, that they just really loaded up this 7,000 range with good players. Like you got Brian Harmon. He's been playing great this year. There's Corey Connors. He's been good this year. Another guy that plays a lot on the Euro Tour, Matt Wallace. He doesn't play very much in the U.S., but he's a great player in the Euro Tour and knows his way around these courses.
Yep. So we got plenty here. So I think they're all probably close to cash plays here. Some of these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we just said Answer. He's coming off his fourth top five in his last six starts, in the last six events. And he hasn't done great in his last two opens. He missed a cut in both. But I think Answer right now is playing the best golf of probably his career, hits the fairways, so on. So we got a lot of plays in this range that are I would even think mispriced, starting with guys like Harris English and Daniel Berger.
Right.
All right, now we drop down to these punts. My favorite punt. I'm not sure if you agree, but I guess I'd call anybody under 70K a punt. Keegan Bradley at 6,800 is probably my favorite. I mean, he's been consistent. Even though he did miss two cuts, the Memorial and Travelers, but then he rebounded for a tie for 14th at the Rocket Mortgage. So you play a guy like Keegan Bradley. It could be in a kind of a wild ride. He's kind of a volatile golfer in DFS because his putting is inconsistent, and that's probably putting it nicely. But you can't. I think Bradley's probably one of the best ball strikers and win players on the tour. And if that win's gonna be like we're saying it's gonna be tomorrow, don't be surprised if Keegan Bradley jumps out tomorrow. He's finished top 20 3 times in his last 6 opens. So at 6'8", I'm on board with Keegan Bradley.
That's a good call. Kevin Kisner at 6,900 has an 8th place and a 5th place finish in his last 2 starts.
Yep.
His last 2 times playing the British Open, he finished 30th and 2nd. At 6,900, he's a good play.
Oh, that was the other one I was going to mention. I think you said Kisner, right? Kevin Kisner. I think Kisner, if he's going to win a major, it's going to be the Open. This is the type of place for Kisner. Now he's Now he's back-to-back top 10 finishes also, and he's getting better at his iron play. He's always had a good short game. So Kisner's in play. I think I'm seeing him at like 130 to 1. And then my man, who I think is one of the biggest misprices, honestly, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, you're more of a golfer, DFS player than I am, is Sam Burns at 6,300. First of all, what are you seeing for ownership on him? And
all right.
I'm not saying he should be 9K, but Sam Burns is totally mispriced. He's finished 18th Scottish Open. I see he's down. Now he's up to 130-1. He was at 90-1. So it's actually his line's actually where it should be now. I saw at one point he's down. It was at 90-1. The Sam Burns at 6'3" is way too cheap, I think.
I mean, he struggled on the Florida swing of the tour this year. I mean, he struggles in the wind is the reason he's priced like that. I mean, he had one good tournament. I can't remember where it was, where he battled through the wind and had a good finish. But for the most part, he struggles on windy courses, and he puts much better on Bermuda grass than he does bent grass. But he's and his ownership's right around 8 to 10%. So he's not as popular as you would think.
So maybe, like I said, and maybe that's why, playing to win this part and all that. To me, that 6'3" price just jumped off the boards at me. This is obviously his first Open. I think Sam Burns went to LSU, if I remember right. So I still think, I'm not saying I'm going to use him in cash. I still see him as a cash play. Him and Bradley both under 7K. I think you could use in cash if you want to go. If you want to go Jerome and Jordan Spites and Schauffele and these guys, I think they're playable. But so I see Bradley and Burns as punt plays under 7K. Is anybody I'm missing? Anybody you see?
All right, there's a couple of the Euro Tour guys. This is Bland. Let me get back up to where I can see him. Has been playing really well. Richard Bland at 6,800. He's had a couple wins this year on the Euro Tour, I believe, and had some pretty good finishes at 6,800. He's a good GPP play. Anton Rosner is another Euro Tour guy that's played well this year. He's still young. And I believe this is his first Open. Last year was supposed to be his first Open, but I like him at 6,400. And probably I'll save my last one for a little bit later.
All right, so I have one more down there. It's more of a punt GPP long shot type play. But what about, I said Burns, maybe a guy like Jason Scrivener, Australian. I mean, he's 32. He's probably playing his best year of golf. Finished top 25 at the PGA. That was a second lifetime major. His 4 top 10s this year. Runner up the Abu Dhabi at the beginning of the year. 2 more recently in Sweden, Ireland. This is gonna be Scrivener's first Open, so I see Scrivener as kind of like 250-1. I see him as more of a long shot type punt play for GPPs.
Yeah,
that's pretty much all I got for punts and values.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm good.
So who's Wes's sneaky play of the day? Is anybody we haven't mentioned? Anybody that is not high owned that you feel like? I'm not saying to have him in cash, but I think you think it's gonna make a difference. It's gonna be somebody that's your sneaky play of the day.
All right. Well, my sneaky play of the day is actually the guy that I'm picking to win this week. It's Thomas Dietrich. He is a Euro Tour professional. He finished second last week at the Scottish Open, and he finished second at the Porsche European Open, other than his miscut at the U.S. Open.
What's his price?
He is $7,300, and he's my pick to win. I just feel like he plays well in these kind of tournaments, and I just think that this is his chance to shine and win. So the Open has had some out of nowhere winners the past few years, and I think he's going to be the out of nowhere winner this year.
Bold call. So who is it? Thomas Peter? Who?
Thomas Dietrich.
I'm trying to come up. I don't even find him.
He doesn't play much on the PGA Tour. He is a Euro
his
Tour
odds?
veteran.
What's his odds?
If you
You
bet
have dialed
$5, you win $555.
Oh, okay. That's what you're talking
So
about.
I put my money where my mouth is. I already
No,
did.
hey, I'm not busting on you. I think that's how you win GPPs. That's how you win these big GPPs. You know what I mean? So you're not going to win GPP playing some of these guys like John Rahms or Shoffley and George Spites and all these guys. So great call. You got the balls to do it. Totally go for that. All right, so just before we're gonna hit price picks real quick. Right now, I'm just thinking cash. I'm probably gonna have. I'm a John Rahm guy. I'm looking at Rahm. I'm looking at maybe like a Patrick Cantlay, and then like maybe a Berger and either a English or Fitzpatrick in my cash core. What are you going with?
I would say if you're going ownership, go Spieth, English, and probably Cantlay. You'll probably end up with a Berger down there too to fit that in. But those would be ownership wise, Spieth, English, and Cantlay.
Another name that also that may slide in there too is you brought him up. I like Matthew Fitzpatrick.
Right.
You beat me to that one, but I'm big on Fitzpatrick also. So all right. I mean, I think that's pretty much we hit most of the guys. We're lock is only in a few hours. Price picks. Price picks code YFC. If you're not a price picks person, you can do it in your state. Code YFC to join. What does price picks look like? I haven't looked at price picks. What does price picks look like for you?
All right, for me, I've got several listed at the bottom of the article this week. I'll give you Bryson DeChambeau under 3 birdies and over 70.5. Louis Oosthuizen under 71 and over 2.5 birdies. Harris English under 71.5. Jaquin Neiman under 71.5.
Right.
Matthew Fitzpatrick over 2.5 birdies. Those are those seem to be lock prize picks to me.
All right, so you have Matthew Fitzpatrick over 2.5 birdies,
right?
Jaquin Neiman under 71 in a half. So you're not a Neiman guy this week, and I actually think he actually is a good play, even though Neiman's been talking all week about how he loves playing the win.
Now, under 71.5 is good. I mean, that Prize Picks knows that it's going to be tough tomorrow. It's a par 70, and these guys like Neiman and English at 71.5, all they have to do is shoot one over to be under.
There you go. Nice call. That's thinking. So Neiman under 71.5. You got Harris English under 71.5. Louis Oosthuizen, if I said that right, under 71 and over 2.5 birdies.
Right.
And then who I missed? You said Bryson?
Bryson under 3 birdies. This is not the kind of course that Bryson is successful on. I don't see him making 3 birdies, and I do not see him shooting par. I see 71 or higher for him. So over 70.5.
Yeah, I'm seeing Bryson as on everybody's top data list, man. But that means I'm playing GVPs. I'm playing Bryson on my GVPs just to be different. If I'm multi-entering.
Right.
So, and I agree with it. I agree you should be faded. But if you're multi-entering, you're doing more than 10, 15 lineups, I would give Bryson some of my lineups. All right. So if anybody else is listening, if you have any questions, throw them up here real quick. If not, it's at first tee, 1:35 a.m. Eastern time. That's in like 5 hours. It's pretty cool. On the East Coast, you have some golf to watch if you can't sleep tonight. MLB returns tomorrow night for a showdown. Yankees and the Red Sox, the rivalry continues. I'm going to have a showdown article for that tomorrow. So KBO's on a break, right? They're suspended because of COVID and all that nonsense.
Yeah, and then the Olympics for the next 3 weeks after that.
And then, all right, so there's not a real lot going on. We have some NBA showdowns. We got some soccer, definitely soccer showdowns. Actually, I played a showdown tonight at 7:30. That's I think I'm missing something.
Eric,
WNBA's on a break. They have the All-Star game. I think Walt said on Price Picks they have All-Star game going.
I think Eric's got all kinds of esports stuff out, that Valorant and CSGO.
Yeah, and this is if you're gonna play. Oh, so actually, no, there is a showdown for first of all for WNBA, but I seen Walter posted something. So when is WNBA showdown? I feel like a dummy now because I do like WNBA, but he's got a showdown article out. 7-4. Maybe it just started. Maybe we might be late on that. I think it's tonight. But Eric's got his esports is incredible. He's got some really cool spreadsheets he's got going. He's posting crazy articles in a CSGO, a Pinnacle Cup, and all this kind of stuff. Valorant, so it's all over my head. His NASCAR's been on point. So there's still stuff going on. And said MLB is back. I got to make some money back because I screwed up on Sunday with some of my lineups, but I did some stupid mistakes. But I'll start with golf. And you said you're gonna have some showdowns also for what possibly for Friday and the weekend, right?
Yeah, I'll have some golf showdown articles this week, especially.
All right. So I think that's it. Thank you, Wes. Thank you for coming on.
Heck yeah, appreciate it. It's good to talk
something different besides baseball. We get college football starting next month, so we'll be having shows every night on that. NFL starting, and that's pretty much it. Thank you to John Moff, our producer, and so we'll be back Friday night for MLB at 6 p.m.
See ya. Good luck.
Thank you.